So I'm here with head coach Alan Richardson. Nottinghamshire needed 96 runs to knock off 9 wickets in hand with 2 batters set first up this morning. You must have been really delighted of how deep you took the game today.
Yeah, I think, ultimately the thoughts now are very mixed. Obviously one of huge disappointment that we haven't won a game of cricket, but also real pride of how we've fought throughout against a side that are gunning to try and win the championship. And I thought we went toe to toe with them for long periods of time, gave them a real scare, but still ultimately, for the guys that are up there, they're very disappointed that we haven't managed to win a game of cricket.
Well, you saw a 4-pronged pace attack this morning who were absolutely on it. It took so long for them to knock the runs off. To see the unit function like that so efficiently and effectively, that must be pleasing looking to the next 2 fixtures.
Yeah, I think we've done really well throughout. I think, there's been some, I thought, Karam was outstanding, didn't get the rewards that he deserved, but Tommy and Benny and Matthew, as they have done throughout the year, have been, really good. They've stuck to their task. They've been really disciplined with how they go about it. And so, it gave us a real sniff towards the end today. And I thought, that's been very typical of how, for the majority of the season, we've performed. So, that's really pleasing and still gives us some great heart going into the last 2 games. I thought just the fight we showed today, I think it would have been very easy for us just to have, probably just gone through the motions. But this group's definitely not about that. From almost, ball one, we were chasing balls down, diving after balls. And I think that will give us some real incentive moving forward towards how we want to continue to play our cricket.
So you mentioned it's mixed feelings, of course. It's not the result you wanted despite an impressive bowling display today. So where do you feel you lost the game this time round?
Difficult to tell really, and I hate going through batters and bowlers because it's a team effort. I think ultimately, we probably needed a couple of partnerships with the bat. We had a couple, of which Gareth Roderick, who played really well for both innings, was involved in both, but we just needed to just keep sneaking up. I would have loved another 30, 40 runs, but I'm sure we Notts will be saying the same thing in the way that they batted in their first innings. So I don't think we had little windows of opportunity. I think Caddy spoke about that last night to you guys, and we just didn't quite take those. It's been frustrating throughout the season that it feels like we've competed really well and just not quite got over the line. For a lot of games, we've either been slightly ahead or at parity at halfway and have not really been able to push home that. This similar theme, I guess, in this game, no matter how much fight we put up today, which was really encouraging. Ultimately, it would have been lovely to have had another 30, 40 runs to play with.
And just a little nod to the future. So we saw today Rian Davalath back in the side, another chance for him to play county championship cricket, and a debut for Dan Latigan as well. So 2 talented young batters got a chance. Yeah,
I think if you look throughout our side, we've got some guys who are at the starts of their careers. Benny Allison, Ethan Brooks, Kashi Fali still working it out, and then for Rayhan to come in, who's had a solid 3 or 4 years with the twos, has shown some real promise. To give him an opportunity, to face a test attack pretty much, and obviously Dan, who's come into our squad in the last probably month or so, has done really well in the white ball stuff and shows great promise. So we just felt it was a real good opportunity for those guys to see what it's all about. It gives them a real eye opener against a very good side, and so hopefully takes their game forward and really spurs them on as well.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
This is Mike the Plasterer. He needs a trusted supplier for his materials and tools. Mike needs Profile Store. With an easy-to-use website, you can check stock online, order it and collect it within the hour. Profile Store offer free delivery over £125 and fast overnight shipping. With over 2,000 products in stock, they're sure to have what you need. So get yourself down to the trade counter in Kidderminster today. Get the job done with profilestore.co.uk.